Welcome back to On the Sideline. As always, we have a lot to talk about, so let's get started.
Welcome back to On the Sideline.
Let's get up! Stop! Oh!
The boys' soccer team has been struggling.
So a turnaround is hopefully in the making.
Looks, throws, it's up, it's for the end zone.
The football team keeps the streak alive. They beat Northeast Tech last Thursday, getting them to 500. They won 20-6. They started the season 0-3 and have come back and won 3 straight games, making them 3-3 and being 500. Now they're in a spot where they can look to fight for a playoff spot, which if you asked anyone 3 weeks ago, you would have told them, this team, I don't know if they're going to win a game. So big comeback for the football team. Looking forward for what's ahead. Now let's run some highlights of their last game.
Snap, it's a motion to the right side. He'll roll out, looking to throw. The throw, intercepted! Snap taken. It's a quarterback run. Nope, Guillermo Martins has it, and he has space. He's gonna go to the 50, the 40. Guillermo Martins is gonna stop. Oh! He took it all the way! Mustangs trying to catch home again. Marino will keep it himself, trying to find some hole to run. He'll go to the right. Going to the end zone! Touchdown! Mustangs, Justin Marino, all by himself. Yo. They kick to about the 27. Received by Medford, and they'll have it at the 30-yard line. He goes to the left, going for the pylon. He is, tackled. He does not get there. There'll be a run to the right. Medford trying to stop him. The cutback is, what a hit. Marino takes the snap. He'll hand it off. It'll be a run up the middle. Breaking free. All the way. He won't be tackled. It's a touchdown.
Their running game has picked up tenfold. 2 touchdowns on the run, and Justin Marino's ability to make some plays. We'll talk with him later.
The golf team has stayed consistent all season long. They lost only 1 game, and they won 8 of the other ones. Their season has ended, and they went to the GBL and ended up taking it all together, becoming the GBL champions of this year. So that's a big win for Medford altogether. We have a great golf team, and I hope that we can keep that going next year or even like the year after that as well.
Yeah, a team that wasn't truly on the map a couple of years ago has really come alive here in the past couple of years, winning the GBL. I mean, it's something to be proud of if you're Medford Golf.
Yeah, it's a big win. It's a big achievement, you know.
Yeah. The cross country teams, both 6-1 ending their season. Emma Beardsley keeps winning, and Adam Lewis is just dominating the GBL at this point. I mean, people are trying to get close to him, but he is just crushing it. They will both have their GBL meet that they have been training for this entire season, and now that the season is over, they will go into it at home, I believe, for the GBL.
And now onto the volleyball team. Sadly, the volleyball team has yet to win a game, going 0-14. I just think it's just not their year. Last year, we won at least like a few games, but I think we just need to, pull it together. Like this year, there's a lot of problems in the early start of the season, a lot with coaching problems and, just finding a hope really for the team.
I think it's been and I know in past episodes I've been negative, but I think they've been going through a lot recently, and I think it's been hard to stay focused on the games that you're playing when you have these, problems out of the court. And so I think it's definitely been hard for a team like this to come in and focus on a game. I definitely think, though, that you have to stay positive because negativity is not going to do anything right now. They have their senior night Monday, so I think showing support and going to that game is just, I think it's going to be good for them. I think, they got to stay positive because you have another season coming up next year where you can turn this whole thing around.
Truly. And, all that good energy and good support can really, help a team and motivate them to, actually win. So,
yeah.
Let's see how that goes.
Yep, so the boys' soccer have changed their ways, clearly. Last episode, we were talking about how they were down. They had lost 4 out of their last 5, and now they have just started picking it up. They have won 3 straight games, and clearly this is a comeback season for them. It was a very rough start, very rough. I mean, right now they're not looking at a playoff spot, and they're going to, I don't know how many games they have left, but it's going to be definitely a struggle to even make it to the playoffs, but they've definitely turned it around, and there's hope for the rest of this season and seasons coming up.
Yeah, we can really see what change does for a team. We can see it. We saw it with the football team, and now we're seeing it with the soccer team. And speaking of soccer, let's go into the girls' soccer team. They've won 10 games, and they've only lost 3 and tied 1. And they've just been on a streak of just winning and winning and winning, which is very good for our team. They have a pretty good chance on making it to the States. They just need maybe one win in a game, maybe 2 to make it. So
how it works is the top 33 teams for the girls will go into the tournament, and then if you're below the top 33, you have a play-in game, which is one game that you must win, and if you win that game and your record is over 500, you are into the tournament. So right now, the girls are placed below 33, but their record is way above 500, so they will be playing in a play-in game, which will get them to go, which if they win, they will go 2 states. So definitely playoffs, just like the football team, now you're looking for it. So it's about playoff time here for fall sports, so things are getting intense.
Yeah, lots of hope for the soccer team and the rest of the fall teams here.
Mm-hmm. The band continues their winning streak. They won by 0.23 points last competition. The scores are divided between musical and visual scores. Their musical score is weaker than their visual, which means they can focus on it and try to improve it. But other than that, the performance looks really good, and they are really doing well with this new director.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that they have a new director, and it's hard to adjust to new things. They're handling it very well, and, it's just, they're doing good. It's just, they need to work on the small kinks and just really pull through this season. The rowing team has been struggling this season. They haven't had many medals and haven't been placing well, but their most important races are coming up still. Yeah. And one of those races is the Head of the Charles, where we'll have 2 boats racing in there. Last year, the V1 boat didn't place well. They placed last, actually, which isn't a great statement to have coming into the Head of the Charles this year. But to really show that how far they've come and how much they've changed as a team as a whole, they have to get a higher placement.
Yeah. Head of the Charles is the biggest regatta in the world. There's 400,000 viewers, there's 11,000 rowers, and there's 2,500 volunteers. They've been placing horribly in it for the last couple of years, and they need to step it up at some point, because the way it works is that it's a lottery system. So your name gets picked out of a hat, and if your name's in, you're rowing ahead of the Charles. But if you're a team like Medford, you don't have a secured spot any year, because the top half get secured in. So if Medford can get top half, they'll be rowing in it for sure next year, which they can continue to improve on. So they'll keep pushing and they'll keep fighting, but right now there's a lot of work that's going into this, And then states you got in a couple weeks, which is all of the Medford public schools. Medford's been fighting the last couple years in states, and it's time for them to start winning.
Yeah, but we do have to give the Medford team their flowers, because it is hard to get into these races, and it's, a big accomplishment for such a small program like Medford to be in such a big race.
Yeah, well, it is now time where we go into the halls. This week we have Bethiah Pierce, who is on the band and has been on the band for quite a few years and has seen the changes it's gone through. And we spoke with her as she walked to 5th period.
So you're a part of the band team?
Yes, I'm the president.
Wow, very cool. So who on the band team has the most school spirit during these games?
I would say definitely Harry, because unlike most of the band, he actually knows how football works. So he understands when's the right time to cheer, and then I kind of copy him. But I'm learning how football works.
Yeah.
So
We're familiar with Harry. We know him. He's very up and moving. So what is your go-to snack or anything you'd get at a concession after a performance?
1 year at finals, they had fried dough, and that was really good. But they don't normally have fried dough, so I'd say pretzels.
Very good choice. Very good choice. Lastly, what was your favorite show or performance that you did recently?
I loved last year's performance. I thought it was super cool. It was kind of vampire themed, but this year it's water themed. So we're doing singing in the rain and umbrellas. So I have high hopes. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, sounds very cool. Can't wait to see it. That's it. Back to you at the desk.
We are now excited to welcome to the show football captain Justin Marino.
Thank you for having me.
So you and your team had a rocky start at the beginning of the season. What did you do, or what did you do collectively as a team to turn that around?
Honestly, I think we just started bringing more intensity to practice and buying into coaching. I think our coaches put a good scheme out there for us every week, and we weren't coming to play every quarter and every down. So I think now that we know as a team that what we have to do, I think we've hit a stride, and we're going to keep going.
So what is, the teams that you've played so far, what is one team that you thought, was a very competitive game, but you thought you had a competitive edge against, or what did you do in that game specifically to try to help your team, with that little extra boost against a good team?
I think Mustang football is always competitive. We're a gritty, grindy team, and I think we're always going to have to pull out wins, hard-fought wins. We don't really blow out teams. We had one this season when we all bought in, but I don't know. Everett's always a big competitor. The Lynn schools are competitive, but I think we just honestly just are a competitive team. We can play everyone hard, and if we play our game, I think we're a tough team to stop.
Yeah. So what is one goal or one thing you want to accomplish with either just you or with your team before the season ends?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'd like to put Medford back on the map where they belong and make the playoffs. And we're right there, so this would be huge for the team to I don't believe it's been done since maybe somewhere in the 80s, so it'd be pretty impressive for this team to put us on the map and take us to the playoffs. So.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the 80s and the time that's been since, it's not been free riding for Medford football. A lot of hard seasons, and I mean, in the past 2 years, it's just it's been a shift in the culture of the team. Can you speak to
100%.
that?
I mean, honestly, I just go back to coaching. They believe in us, and when we believe into them, we can really see on a full scale what we can do as a team. And I believe, honestly, if we come out the first play and play all 4 quarters the same way, we're a really tough team to stop.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. It was
Thank you
lovely
for
to have
me.
you.
Appreciate it.
That's all we have for this week. We'd like to thank Omnia, our producer, and all the people here who helped put the show together. From the studio at Medford High School, alongside James Kluggish, I am Carlos Laredo, saying so long, and we will see you on the sideline.